Hey everyone, welcome back to Tech Time Life Diary. Today we are diving into the topic that's essential for every photographer and videographer. Guess what? Topic is filters. What are they? Why are they so useful? What you should consider while buying filters for your gear. Stick around. I'm going to talk about my personal experience as a newbie photographer, and we'll talk about what type of filters and what we should choose and what type of mounts, all those. So, why filters are important? Or before that, what are filters? So, filters are nothing but like a sunglasses to your lens, wherein it will control the light intake into the lens and into the sensor. So, in that way, you can control the light. In camera already there is an aperture and a shutter speed to control that, but there are certain situations where you don't want to disturb those settings, but you still want to reduce the brightness or control the especially in case of videographers, like you want to create a motion blur, and you don't want to change your aperture or shutter speed. So those kind of things basically helps by like it can be the filter can help you to a great uh, extent. So and just coming back to the what all types of filters now, like the types of filters are like starting with like a simple UV filters, which is not an essential thing for like a modern digital cameras because sensors are capable of handling UV rays. Earlier, the film cameras probably that is very much an essential tool because the coating on the film roll is sensitive to UV. So you need to have a UV filter then. But like right now, you don't need. But I still use UV filter mainly as a protection layer for my expensive lens. So my default filter is always an UV filter sitting on top of all of my lenses. So apart from that, then there are like a ND filter, natural density filters, and which basically reduce the light intake by f numbers, f stops. So there are like various ranges of ND filters you can get, and then comes a CPL filters, circular polarizing filter, which basically help you to reduce the glare. Like for example, you're shooting like a high rise with a lot of glasses, and you don't want the glares of like again it's a photographer choice how artistic and what kind of photo you want to take. But like using the CPL filters, you can reduce the glare or minimize the glare. Like for example, you're shooting someone inside, sitting inside the car on a bright daylight, and there are like you want to take focus of their face, but like there's a reflection on the glass or a windshield can block that. So using the CPL filter, you can easily reduce that and take the perfect picture. So that's an example for the CPL filter. And there are like specialty filters which can help you to enhance your photography or videography scene, make it more cinematographic style. Those are like a black mist filter, they call it white mist filter. They typically disperse the light, incoming light, make it like hazy. And there are like a astrophotography specialty filters which help you to reduce the light pollution at night times. So these are many kind of filters available out in the market. As a newbie, you might get overwhelmed by what are the choices and what you need to know and what you need to buy. So again, you need to do more research on what type of photography you're going to do and what is your everyone develops a flavor, I think, as you go. So based on that needs, you have to find out what kind of glass you require. So this is topic of like this is like what type of glass in a sense like actual filter, the light or reflection or the specialty stuff. But the next comes the mounts. What all types of mounts you can do, and what type of filters you have to choose or you can choose. And being a newbie photographer, what all the pitfalls you might fall in. So let's talk about that. Now, probably you might have heard of VND filters, variable ND filters. These are super popular because you can adjust the light reduction on the fly with a single filter, multiple stacks, multiple f-stops. When I say stacks, there are even combo filters with the VND and CPL. So those like as a newbie, I got excited initially and I got this Polar Pro Peter McKinnon expensive VND plus CPL filter. the filter itself was good, but the practicality of that was like very, very cumbersome for me, at least. The mainly because of dual rotatory rings, one for the VND and one another for the CPL. I was never able to adjust it only one when I required. Whatever one, I'll also like it get adjusted. I mean, it's very difficult when you imagine there are two rings. You have to be like very careful to rotate only one ring out of it. So and the other point I found out was like that particular filter set, or this, I can't call it set, but it's a combined filter. It's too thick, and on my wide angle lens, I kind of got into some vignetting in some situations. So I didn't like it. So that's probably, I mean, again, it's a personal choices, but that's a kind of pitfall I felt like I spent so much of money and then I couldn't use it much, so I ended up selling out outright. Then I started researching more on what type of filters I should be going for further. And another thing you need to remember, like with the VND filters, there are side, I can call it like a pitfalls or like issues you might get in, unless you get into really high-end, high-quality VND filters. There is something called X pattern, like when you rotate the filter into the maximum at that moment. I mean, you can make out in the now real time with the mirrorless cameras, you'll see an X pattern shows up. It's a glare, and because of that like variable density in the glass that might happen. And some companies even try to reduce or control that by limiting your rotation. They don't allow you to rotate the full 360-degree. So only certain angles you can move to certain f-stops. So in that way they reduce it, but like still there might be chances of color shifts. I somehow like, even I'm a layman photographer, like I'm not a professional. uh, I've seen experience some color shifts. So be aware of that with the VND kind of filters. Now let me share my own journey. Like many beginners, I made some mistakes, like buying filters that only fit my first lens, and rushed into getting into VND and CPL combined filters, only to be disappointed with their color shift and operability, those issues. And plus, when I bought a new lens, the Sony 70 to 200 mm f2.8 G Master, which is like 77 mm filter size, and my earlier lens was like 67 mm filter, which I couldn't fit it onto my new lens. So those are the things I want to warn others. So you shouldn't be rushing to buying the filters before you decide what you need first. And secondly, what size? Size is an optimal thing, and typically I advise everyone to go for the maximum size. I read about it in some blogs earlier, but I totally missed that point. Now, but like first hand experience, I learned my lesson. So I started researching and I wanted to get like a bigger size filter. And my personal preference is like earlier, as I was explaining different type of mounts, the magnetic mount, which I played around with the magnetic adapters from Kase, which are really good. They were regular adapter. One you put it on the lens, and one you put it on the standard filter, and you magnetize them to use it. I also tried Kinko Prod Plus One. I think their set is good, but like when I tried to do a mix and match, the adapters, they did work well with other filter brands. Even though sizes are same, but there are like the magnetic strength was weak, or some other issues. Like some places, I even felt like they are not aligning properly. So those kind of things. So the other point I want to make is you have to stick to one brand. It's kind of like an ecosystem. I know it is bad for consumers like us, like you can't pick and choose once you start investing in something. So but like anyway, in that case, I had the Kase adapters, magnetic adapters. So I thought, okay, let's go with the Kase. Even though I looked up on the glass quality and all, the reviews were really good. They're very comparable to the top-notch other filter manufacturers. So I ordered this Kase Wolverine Revolution. That's a like the most newest and advanced filter sets. They come in different combination sets. They sell. I think there is a entry level which has a couple of f-stop ND filters and a CPL filter. And then there's a professional which has three ND filters and a CPL filter. And then there is a mega set which has everything including starburst. I think they call it starburst. That is for the astro or a light reduction filters, those kind of things. So I think I got a professional one. The whole set cost somewhere around 400. Yeah, one thing to be mind is like as you go into the bigger filter size, the price goes up because of the glass size increases, I guess. So the cost goes up. But going with the highest size of filter on a long run will help you because you don't have to buy any other filters. You just use the step up adapters to adapt to your all the lenses. So in my case, I chose 82 because Sony lineup all the lenses. I think 82 is the maximum filter size their lenses as of now. So I chose 82 and right now I'm using a magnetic adapter which adapt to the my 67 to 82 and my 77 to 82. So those kind of setup I am having. And let's talk about the filter itself, the filter set itself, the Kase filter. I will just showcase that and also talk about the pros and cons about them and what I experienced with that. Okay. Let's take a closer look at the Kase Wolverine system which I got. This is the box it gets in, nice packed packaging. Kase magnetic, they call it KW Revolution. That's the branding, Kase Wolverine Revolution. That's what it is, because there's also Kase the Wolverine magnetic filters. This is much more advanced in the terms of mounts, and I'll show you what are the things. Actually, I already opened this box. There's inside this one more box. Within that, they have kept this a nice pouch, filter pouch, and all the filters were loaded into this like this. And there is an accessories box where they give the adapter rings. Default the size I ordered was 82, so they gave me 82 adapter rings. This is a special tool which basically used to mount their inlaid magnetic adapter. That's a new thing. I don't think any other brand has that. Every other brand has a regular magnetic adapter which you mount it on the lens, and then you mount either magnetic filter or regular filter with a magnetic adapter. Their inlaid ring is something so special that like it goes inside the lens and it doesn't project out. So in that way, the thickness doesn't exceeds, or like when you stack it up, like every millimeter counts. So in that way, it is very helpful. To install that, this is the tool. I'll show you in a bit how I put it on my lens. Just let me move this aside. This is my dream lens. Recently I got 70 to 200 f2.8 G Master 2. And I did it in one photo shoot and it's amazing results. Yeah, coming back to the mount, right? Okay, there's already some dirt I just touched. I was trying to show you the remove the inlaid ring. So this is the tool to, so you see this, there's a small thing. It says Kase magnetic inlaid ring. How it is already kind of embedded inside. It's not projected outside. So I'll show you how thin it is. This is the tool you use okay, I'm fiddling with it. There is a notch. You just go to the notches and then adjust a bit. Once you get a grip, you'll start rotating. Just now I tested this on the, where is the notch? I'm not seeing the notch. Yeah, notch is here, you see. And this is the grip, I think. It easily moves. Okay, it's already out. So let me take it out. and I'll also talk about the UV filter which I use. Sorry, I touched. Anyway, this is why you see these touch fingerprints. You don't want to do it on your own main lens glass. So I have a protective UV filter which I got. I'll talk about that. I mean, it's kind of a little bit deviating from the case, but I feel it's an essential gear. Everyone should be aware. I got this is the thinnest possible filter out in the market. UV filter from B and W or B plus W. And it's a Scott glass with all the nano coating and all. And what I made it is like it's a default fit on all my lenses. Even my other 50 lens also has the same filter added, UV filter added on top of it. If you look at this, see that silver ring, that's an UV filter. Just to protect the lens. On top of it, you stack whatever you want. That's what the idea was. That's a different set. I'll talk about that. So on this UV filter, then you put a magnetic adapter. So this is a Kase magnetic inlaid ring adapter. When I say adapter, it's a step up from 77 to 82. So since I removed the inlaid ring, and this doesn't have a thread. Just to note that this magnetic adapter from Revolution, the step up adapter from Revolution doesn't have threads on both the sides. It's both the side magnetic. So you need to have a magnetic adapter like this, the old ones, like see it just fits here, or you need to have a inlaid ring put onto your lens. So I put the inlaid ring on my default filter, and let me just rotate it and tighten it for a bit. Yeah, this is enough. So this inlaid ring, magnetic inlaid ring, magnetic adapter, it just nicely fits on top of it. And then comes the actual filters. Let's put some filter onto this. Okay. Wow, this is one of the NDs. Yeah. See how easy you can fit it. You can easily take it out. So, okay, the catch here, practical issues I faced was, I was talking about the cap, right? And they give a cap also, which is also sold separately. It's not cheap, like they're charging. Oh, where is the cap? I kept the cap somewhere else because I didn't. I had it. Okay, yeah, I have a but here. So practically, this fits very snug and tight. You can't shake it off or anything. The magnets are really strong. That's really good. But the catch here is when you want to take the cap, when you are having a magnetic step-up adapter, it is not easy. See, the adapter itself comes out along with the filter and the cap. The problem probably is the strength of magnet on the adapter or the step-up ring is not that strong as filters itself. So you have to hold it from the hand, take it out, like all those things. So in practicality, it is very clumsy and painful. I experienced when I was doing a shot for an event, a large gathering, the quick moving things on the stage. I need to swap things and all. This was a pain for me. So now I found a solution to do that is I got a magnetic step-up rings from NEEWER. Like, I mean, it need not be the same brand. I got a good deal on this, and they also say that it is compliant with the Kase and Haida filters. So I ended up getting this. These are what is basically, these are lens side is a threaded. So if you look at them, right? Let me see if there's a 77 72 to 82. 77 to 82. I haven't put it on it. Yeah, 77 to 82, right? So let's do this. Basically, this will thread onto the lens. So it is more secure in the way that when you pull this thing, right, the whole thing shouldn't come up. So for that, I need to take out the inlaid adapter on this. Use the tool. One of the complaints from people is the tool is little clumsy. But for me, I used to do it very quickly. hand is better than the tool. Yeah, you remove the inlaid ring. This is the NEEWER magnetic adapter. So this side is a thread and this side is all the magnetic. So you thread it into this 72, 77 mm. Yeah, it's getting threaded to the my default filter. See, it fits snugly. And now let's put the filter back. Yeah, this also fits nicely and I can easily take it out. And the other solution I got is, instead of using their cap is super strong magnet. I think this will again pull the filter itself. So I'll use aftermarket or because my lens comes with a 77 mm cap. So I got some aftermarket caps. So I think this is a KF cap, which is a 82 mm filter. So this cap fits well. So in that way, see, I can quickly take it out and do that. I can stack only when I'm adding and removing filters or stack filters. Maybe a little bit struggle. There is a solution for that from some other brand, but let's see how it goes. So this is about the filters. And okay, I was talking about the other, the original adapters, right? I do have them. I'll show you in a bit. They were like a regular adapters, and also I got adapters from Kinko, which were not that compatible with others. See, this is the, okay, there's some default glass, protective glass I put up. I think this is a blackness filter. Yeah, this is a Kase magnetic adapter ring for 67 mm, and this is a magnetic screwed adapter ring. I think one of them goes onto the lens mount and another goes to the filter. I'm not 200% sure. I think screwed adapter ring goes to the filter, and this one, both look alike, and the other one adapter ring goes to the lens. So if you're just going with the adapter rings with your existing filters, this is the best way. Or you can even go with the, they are selling just the inlaid rings for the individual lens size filters. So you can go with that also. So that's an option you can think of what you want to do. So these are the things I experienced. Like, one thing is the cap and the strength of the magnetic step up ring. This one is not so strong as in the filter itself. It attached to filter side very strongly, but the inlaid ring attachment is poor. So when you pull it out, it pulls out the step up adapter also. So the solution is use one-way magnet adapters. Like, you do get them. I got it from NEEWER brand. The whole set I got it. So that's the one. And then use, don't even bother to go for the magnetic caps. This is also very hard to remove, even though it's very snug and secure, but not worth it in the field when you're struggling to pull it out. So yeah, that basically concludes the showcasing of the Kase stuff. That was my experience with the Kase Revolution magnetic filter set. But there are many other great magnetic filter systems out there. The one thing caught my eye was Nissi JetMag Pro, which is an unique in terms of magnetic adapter sets in the current market. The best part of it is it's magnetic, plus there's a twist lock. It's a simple twist lock onto the, once you put the filter on top of the lens with the adapter, you twist lock it, and they even showcase in their advertised video that you can hold the entire camera with just the filter. So it is so strong, the lock is so strong. So with my practical difficulties of taking out and putting back the cap and the stacked filter might get solved with that kind of stuff. That's what I assume. But to test that, I need to order that stuff. And none of this is like paid by anyone. It's all my money. I buy things, I try it out. I find this is for my learning purpose also. So that's the thing. And apart from that, the Haida has a magnetic filter set, and Maven, I haven't ever used any Maven brand, but like there is a Maven magnetic filter set which has a good review. And Polar Pro also, they started with their magnetic filter set, I think. I haven't looked at it after I sold off my old Polar Pro, kind of disappointed with the hype and the money I paid for that. So that's about it. So just please comment your thoughts and what is your favorite filter system, which one you have tried, pros and cons. If you can comment, that would be great for me and any others who's looking at the filter systems or filters in future usage. And please do subscribe and hit the bell icon for more to come. Like I'll keep on posting on camera gear, tech gear stuff. That's my newfound passion, photography. Happy shooting. Adios.